Okay, to continue, Republic Act 5416, we'll move to Section 4. Section 4 talks about the Secretary and Undersecretaries and their qualifications and compensation. So, the SWD has Secretary and Undersecretaries. The department, which is the DSWD, shall be under the executive authority of a secretary who shall be assisted by the undersecretary for program and undersecretary for operation and administration. So the SWD currently now has its secretary, which is uh, Secretary Bautista, and then he has two undersecretaries still under the SWD. Undersecretary for the program, and the other one is Undersecretary for Operation and Administration. So the secretary and which is the secretary talks about the head of office, no? Si Secretary Bautista. And the two undersecretaries shall be appointed by the President of the Philippines. So only the current president, can appoint secretary and the undersecretaries, the two undersecretaries. Okay, with of course the consent of the Commission on Appointments. The secretary must have shown and demonstrated interest in social welfare and possess a working knowledge of public administration. So it does not present there no nga dapat social worker, but has demonstrated interest in social welfare as well as have the knowledge on public admin. No person shall be appointed undersecretary for program unless he or she is a holder of a master's degree in social work. So, okay lang ang secretary, not social work by profession, but the undersecretary should hold master's degree in social work and duly licensed to practice the profession and has at least 7 years experience in administration of social service programs, preferably in a public agency. So that the purpose of this is for the undersecretary, no, to oversee the administration of different programs and services of the DSWD. No person shall be appointed undersecretary for operation and administration unless he or she possesses a working knowledge of public admin or social work and has at least 7 years of operation in administration of social welfare programs, provided that these requirements shall not be applicable to persons holding the position or detailed to discharge the duties of deputy administrator at the time of the enactment of this act. So, dapat si Undersecretary of Operation, dapat meron siyang 7 years of practice experience, preferably in a government agencies and especially in social welfare programs such as the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program. Section 5, the functions of the undersecretaries to formulate program services of the DSWD on the basis of priority needs and the availability of resources to service these needs. So their focus mainly is on the approximation of budgets and resources as well as formulating programs and services related to social welfare. To recommend the secretary such measures relating to social welfare programs as may be necessary to carry out the policy declared in Section 2 hereof. So dapat na alam nila ng dalawang undersecretaries, magbibigay sila ng mga recommendation sa secretary in relation to how the program should be evaluated and how the program should be implemented. To draw up program standards and procedures. So sila yung gumagawa ng mga guidance and procedures and even eligibility requirements, or in other words, sila yung gumagawa ng mga guidelines kung sino yung pwedeng maka-avail ng services and how to avail it. To direct and supervise technical operations of different bureaus of the department. So maraming mga units ang DSWD. Meron social planning unit, meron crisis intervention. Sila yung gumagawa ng mga they supervise technical operations. No, sila yung nagvi-visit, tinitingnan kung ano yung mga best practice ng ahensya, ng specific unit, at ano yung dapat na ma-improve ng isang unit. So, for the information of everyone all over Yearly, they are awarding best social worker in the country, and we are very much glad. No, we are very delighted that one of our alumnus in the social work program of Lourdes College awarded last 2019 as the best social worker all over the country in the person of Mr. Mark Vierte. So it's the undersecretary who will really try to supervise this operation of such agency. By the way, Mark is my former student, and he was the head social worker of the RCY in Hingoo. It's a facility for the child or children in conflict with the law. Yung may mga bata na may kaso no sa korte such as ng rape na nakapatay and so on. So siya yung tinanghal na best social worker in in the entire Philippines in 2019. So we are very proud of him, no? And because he conducted research in his area of practice, as well as he has really good practices in the agency to perform such related duties as may be delegated by the secretary. So the Undersecretary for Operation and Administration shall have the following functions. First is to recommend to the Secretary matters relating to operation and admin. So example, kulang tayo ng mga tao sa field. So we need to hire, example, hundreds social workers in this year. So ang Undersecretary of Operation and Administration, siya yung overseer ng mga related concerns to formulate administrative standards and procedures in implementing programs. So like for example, in giving of the social amelioration program, it's really the Undersecretary for Operation and Administration who formulate and establish procedures and implementing guidelines how to go about the programs or giving of the monetary assistance to provide consultative and technical services in admin and legal matters. So, ito ring Undersecretary ng Operation and Admin will also consult and network other related agencies like the PASWE and the NASWE in order to improve such services in the agency as well as inform and advocate their services. To implement programs, special projects, and services in the field, staff development and training programs. So, ito yung undersecretary na nagbibigay authority at pahintulot na mag-conduct ng mga na ma-improve yung mga in terms of professional growth ng mga social workers in the field or yung mga social welfare workers na maka-join ng mga trainings, maka-conduct ng mga researches and even publish researches for the purpose of improvement and public information in their department to perform related duties as may be delegated by the secretary. Another is Section 6 bureaus under the department. The department shall have executive control and administrative supervision over the Bureau of Family Welfare, Bureau of Child and Youth Welfare, Bureau of Vocational Rehab, Bureau of Field Services, and Bureau of Training and Rehab Special Projects. So, these are the different bureaus under the SWD. Again, this is still under 1968 to, no? Yung bureau ngayon tinatawag ng mga different units. Okay, so meron silang family welfare, merong child and youth, merong vocational rehab, merong field services, and merong training, research, and special projects. Pero ngayon, mas madami na. They call it unit rather than bureau as of this date. No? So, functions of the different bureaus. So, sa Bureau of Family Welfare, of course, focus siya sa mga family related concerns such as promoting the social adjustment of families, like pre-marriage counseling, marriage counseling, and the like, prevent family disorganization, and develop social consciousness and civic responsibility such as the conduct of family week, no, celebrations, family life, educational programs, meron ding pagtatanghal or pag-award sa mga best family in a certain municipality, no, or certain area. So, and others. So, to formulate, administer, develop, and implement family welfare programs to meet such problems of individuals' families arising from the lack or loss of income or disturbances in family relationship. Then the Bureau of Child and Youth Welfare. This focuses more on children and youth. No? So the programs aims to protect, care, and even train and rehab children and youth who experience abuse, abandonment, neglection, handicap, and even delinquent, with emphasis on the preparation for participation in economically productive activities such as indulging into skills training, no, and or livelihood projects, and even enrolled enrolling students into formal education and support through scholarship grants. Okay, so in terms of child and youth welfare, meron ding mga pagbibigay ng mga karangalan such as giving of awards to children or child who really excels in class and even excel in terms of their values and behaviors in a specific agency under the SWD. Bureau of Vocational Rehab. This talks more on the implementation of programs of vocational rehab and related services to disabled and physically handicapped persons. So this talks more on the mentally challenged individuals, physical challenge, or what we know as the persons with disability or PWDs. So through um, social adjustment services, medical services, pre-vocational, guidance services, vocational training, selective placement. So, ito yung pagliling sa mga TESDA and other related skills na pwedeng makuha or ma-acquire ng isang PWD. Bureau of Field Services. This refers to administering, operating, directing, supervising, and coordinating all welfare functions of the regional offices subject to direct authority from Undersecretary for Operation and Admin. Ito naman yung sa DSWD, mga field services. Kino-coordinate na dapat talaga with the permission of the Undersecretary for Operation and Administration na kung ano yung implementation ng pantawid, yun talaga yung mga guidelines, yun talaga yung matutupad sa lahat ng mga field offices. Then, Bureau of Training, Research and Special Project. This talks more on the research, no? And special projects of DSWD. The special project will include Central Institute for Training and Relocation of Urban Squatters, Disaster and Emergency Relief Services, and such other new programs which may be developed assigned to its Congress. So, related din ito sa katong tatsulop projects or programs ng DSWD like Pantawid, ng social pension, tsaka yung supplemental feedings ng DSWD, Kalahi Seeds programs, that is special projects of the department. Okay, that is in relation to different bureaus of DSWD.